Dock.
You just sit on your boat. Grab your paddle. Your paddle's in the way. Just put the paddle flat in the water like this.
Where are you?
Right here. I ain't got water ball on my butt here. Don't hang. Just keep hanging on the dock for a second. Gotta get situated. Just hang on a second. There you go.
I might be able to come back a little bit more.
Can you come back? Well, I don't know if that seat will come. You can try, just you have to get your weight off the seat and slide it. Like you still have to scooch up and just kind of kick it back. Or push it back. How you feel? Alright? Remember, just kind of relax. Get both hands on the paddle. Alright. Where are the guys? Downstream or?
They're upstream.
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 Oh, cool. We can race the high water.
Yeah.
No, this feels good. That's fine. Cut. Good, you remember.
What do you mean I remember?
I'm just gonna go real slow. Let's wait for Jay a little bit. It's bright.
Huh?
I said it's bright.
Yeah.
Cut.
I'd rather not get in a big boat wave. Stay ahead of them.
No, we're all right. They're going so slow. We're gonna go right. They're not even hardly. They're going way slower than
Why are
us.
you arguing with me?
But I'm just saying. There's no waves. They're going so slow.
Well, I want to stay ahead of them anyway.
Cut. 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 Can you reach your foot brace up there?
Yeah.
Cut. If we do hit any waves, if it gets kind of rough, we're going to stop paddling and cut and brace. You know how to brace?
Yeah.
Just kind of float the paddle on the surface. Okay. If it's just
That's
gentle.
the first thing I have to do.
Okay, but I'm talking about the waves that are hitting us right now. But I'm not worried about these. We'll just kind of just gently rock her over. Cut. You just have to not overreact to a little bit of rolling motion. Just kind of keep your hips loose. Cut. keep paddling. Cut. Cut. Okay, the team's coming our way, so we're gonna basically try to get time to turn around. So I'm gonna point the canoe out towards the middle and keep paddling. Just keep paddling and kind of like bracing and drawing. Good, just keep paddling. Keep paddling. And you just keep the boat moving. Doing good. Brace it, so you're fine. It's going to feel a little bit rocky here. This is kind of like the popcorn. It's kind of hard to anticipate. Cut. Cut. I got my secret weapon in the boat now. Everybody, this is my wife Amy.
Yeah, it hurts a little bit, but I understand. Slow up.
All up?
Yep.
All right.
How's everybody doing?
Yeah,
Good.
Good?
I was racing Hiawatha and winning.
Dan?
Yeah. I was. They just kept going and I stopped.
Amy, how are you?
Yeah.
See you again.
My canoe
You
got
hear me
low.
yell, I love weight.
So, did you see it? Watch that poking and prying.
Yeah, I did.
Isn't that cool though?
It was pretty
There's some
cool.
cool footage in there.
Yeah.
But it's once you figure it out, it actually is not very hard. I mean, after watching that clip, I mean it's a huge difference.
Yeah.
You know, you'll make up minutes per day if you can figure that out.
Yeah.
Have you tried? Have you tried it yet?
Only a little bit. Is it so to turn right? If I'm poking on my right side, do I move flat against or even angle?
Yeah, it's always against the canoe.
Okay.
Yeah, hang on a second. Yeah. Well, come on forward here a little bit.
That should be good.
I mean, when we're like this, watch this. I mean, you're not bracing it, you're like this. Flat, there you go. Okay. So you're always, when you're poking, well, I don't know about prying, but poking, you're always ahead of yourself, right?
Okay.
So when you're poking the paddles, it's almost like this. And did you actually see him? He actually stays in sync a lot of times with the paddling. So when you're done poking, right, you can pop your paddle out. But it's kind of like this, right? And the thing is, the blade has to be straight down. Well, that's why I went in a straight shaft. But you just go like this, kind of. And what you're doing is you're either turning the paddle this way, or you're going this way.
Okay.
That's all you're doing, right? It doesn't really matter this angle.
Right.
Well, I mean, you want the blade up and down, but so if you want to go one way, you turn it this way, the other way that way. But it's got to be ahead of you, right? It's got to be above your knee. What's the matter?
You're all over the place.
And the boat needs power for that to work.
Yeah.
So, you can give it a boot,
Yeah.
that to work.
And then the prying part, that's what you've been doing, prying.
Right. Yeah. Pushing out.
Except the prying, they tend to do it from still up here.
In front of them, yeah.
So you can go from a poke and a turn to a, well, a pry might be at the hip maybe.
Okay.
But I don't think it's ever behind you.
Gotcha.
So and you can, and you just got to do it, right? It's warm, water's warm. You know, you're probably not going to flip the boat over, but, and it's hardly any pressure on your hand. It's amazing. Like what you're doing now that's hard on your muscles.
Yeah.
When you learn to poke, it's like, and you only do it with one hand. You don't, I mean, you pry with two, but you poke with one, and you can do it from either side. But I'm going to say it's going to take you 30, 40 times to try it to get.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a long thing to figure out, but once you figure it out, it's like, holy cow.
Gotcha.
And I didn't realize how good it was until I saw that clip. It's like, man, we should have been talking about this day one.
Yeah.
But well, we were a little bit, but.
Okay. So aside from my steering thing, when we're trying to do tighter turns, which guys in the boat join in with that? I think we'd had Oliver's seat, the seat 6 here, joining in, and maybe Ian in the front with an extra crossback.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's, and then everybody in the middle stay on their same side and just keep the boat speed going as much as possible. Yeah.
And for seat 6, what is it that they're doing?
Seat 6, you mean Ian?
Here.
Oh, 6. Well, I think you're going to call seat 6 to go, you know, do whatever you're doing.
Okay.
No, you're not going to. You're not both going to poke, but six is just going to paddle on the same side as you, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So he just wants to paddle on. So when you want to turn left, boat 6 is going to be on the right, and generally you are too. And again, if you don't have to use the poke or the pry, don't. You know, plan A is let Colin and Ian try to pull the bow over.
Yeah.
Because I think generally that's the best way to make it, you know, a steer, and then with you paddling on the opposite side. Like if you want to go left turn, you should be on the right. You know, Colin and Ian will do a cross bow. I think that's probably the simplest at this point. And then, you know, maybe we do a couple more practices. You know, once you get that poking down, you may work that in more and more.
Okay.
You know, like let Dan go on the right and he can paddle. I'm trying to think if you can poke while Dan's paddling. I don't know. You might smack. His paddle might smack you on the same side. But if you watch that video, those guys they paddle, and all of a sudden they poke for a little while, and then they paddle and poke. And I don't know if you saw the quote. You want to, what did it say? It said, poke. What did it say? It was kind of funny. It said, poke often and a lot, or something like that. In other words, you don't want to sit there and poke forever. It's rather you want to poke very frequently,
Right.
because you just want these itty bitty corrections instead of one big correction. Yeah, that's the big thing.
Okay.
But I'm thinking as far as turns, I was thinking those buoys up there kind of work.
The buoy, yeah, there's a couple of smaller buoys just past the bridge that I know we worked on last year.
Yeah.
That's a little tighter than some of these orange and white ones.
Yeah, and if they're fairly tight, you can kind of do an S, right?
Yeah.
You could do like, yeah, just kind of do an S, or they actually do a figure 8 would be ideal, because then you get both directions. So if we have 2 buoys, I think that'd be perfect, yeah. So why don't we go above the bridge and do some figure 8s around those?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Before we go, do you want to talk to Ian about what he's been doing if they're both pulling the front of the boat?
Oh, just do exactly what Colin is doing. So all you're doing is you're paddling on this side, and you're just, don't switch your hands or even angle your blade, just go to the other side. And if you fall out of the boat, Corey will grab you, pull you back in. No, I'm just saying that's a danger though. Sometimes if you jam your paddle in too quick, it really pulls on you. So just be real careful. Don't dig your paddle in the whole way while you're learning it. You know, just put it in part way. But yeah, just watch Colin. You'll figure it out. You're a college kid, right? No, we'll help you. But we'll go up there. We'll talk you through it. You know, we'll see what we have to do. So, hut's the other side, and we'll turn around. Sorry, honey,
I got
I
water
was
up
making it
front.
quickly. Say that again?
I got water up front for the first time. Did you open
That's
the bailey?
probably from her feet.
Huh?
All right. My camera broke free from the bottom, so it's kind of wonky. I don't know if I can
You
fix
want to go
that
to
or
the bank and
What?
prop it? Go to back to that dock and prop it up?
You're gonna fix your GoPro?
What's that?
You're gonna
Yeah.
fix your GoPro?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
thinking maybe we'll go up to this dock here and see if we can fix it. I think, unless. But actually, maybe let's see if these guys can do it from the water. You see, my GoPro got kind of wonky.
Yeah.
It broke free from the bottom. Could you see if you can stick it upright? I think we can jam it back to the bottom. Then we'll get seasick. We'll see. We'll get seasick watching that footage.
We'll have one in a minute, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mike.
we did. You know, last year.
Can you draw it to the right, Amy? Switch sides
We got the middle.
and just pull the boat to the right.